Shabbat Shalom. I'm coming to you from, well, it was supposed to be my backyard, but besides a little rain, somebody has his leaf blower out. So instead, I'm coming to you from inside my home, but I wanted to be with you on this Shabbat, even while I'm on sabbatical. I've joined you tonight to share some words of Torah in really this most difficult time. It's hard to believe that just 2 weeks ago, we are celebrating Sukkot and Simchat Torah, Zman Simchatenu, the time of our rejoicing, which was on the cusp of the evening when Hamas terrorists murdered and kidnapped so many of our people and started this war. Tradition tells us we are not allowed to show any outward signs of mourning on Shabbat, meaning that no one wears a kriya ribbon to identify who is a mourner. Shabbat is set aside for rejoicing, for celebrating life and family and God and creation and love and people and so on and so on. So we won't wear kriya ribbons tonight as we mourn the death of so many innocent people. Our hearts instead are torn, and we only have to look in each other's eyes to see the signs of mourning tearing us up inside. And yet we are people who step on shards of glass at a wedding. Our resilience is based in our ability to rejoice in Shabbat even as we grieve, to place Shabbat Shalom as a greeting, a day of peace, and as a prayer on our lips, an aspiration towards wholeness and holiness. Our Torah portion this week tells the story of a generation of evil, God's flood and destruction, Noah's Ark, and survival. Yet there is no storyline about the day-to-day activities of the animals and how so many creatures manage to survive and get along together on a boat. Except for the birds. We hear about the birds, like the raven and the dove, sent out to check on the waters. You've probably heard those stories. But one you probably haven't heard of in connection with Noah's Ark comes from the Talmud and from a little creative license from the rabbis, called both Of Chol in Hebrew, which means sandbird, or Arshina in Aramaic. We know that as the phoenix. According to the legend, Noah found the phoenix lying in the hold of the ark. "Don't you need food?" Noah asked the phoenix. And the phoenix replied, "I saw that you were busy and I didn't want to bother you." Noah then exclaimed, "May it be the will of God that you never die." From Noah's prayer, God grants the phoenix eternal rebirth. According to tradition, after the phoenix lives 1,000 years, a fire bursts forth from its nest or even from the phoenix itself and burns it up. All that remains is an egg from which the phoenix grows and lives again. With this midrash, the phoenix becomes, even for us, for Jews, a symbol of hope, of regeneration after destruction. Fire and flames may come, and we as a people will renew ourselves even through the flames. As I sit in my dining room, looking out the window instead of sitting on the deck, I still see outside, and I see the leaves in their beautiful reds and golds of autumn. It's as if the phoenix is in flames around me through those leaves and the trees. The phoenix, who put its own needs aside in order to care for Noah, just like many of you put the needs of others before your own. And still, I know spring will come with its own rebirth and renewal. We just have to get through the cold and the barren winter first, which we can do by supporting each other wherever we stand. So I leave you now with this poem about our Torah portion. It's called Sohar by Tiferet Welch. It's both a poem and a question, and it ends in the middle of a thought, so don't expect any conclusion or resolution here. The word Sohar refers to a window in Noah's Ark, the window through which Noah sent out the innocent birds, raven and dove, to see if the waters had dried up yet. And some say that Sohar is the window beneath which the phoenix lay. Tradition says that this window let in a very special kind of light. The other Hebrew words in the poem are cheshvan, which is the current Hebrew month, chesed, which means kindness or unconditional love, and mikvah, which is the ritual immersion in water. So that's what you need to know for the poem Tzohar by Tiferet Welsh. To enter the ark, alone and in silence, to acquiesce to the shouts for compassion, while raising the eyes toward the Tzohar, the light that has never before been seen, in the month of Cheshvan, as chesed and curiosity bathes us in its illuminating mikveh. We are living as if in an experiment. What are the essential elements ensuring that we will not be washed away? Shabbat Shalom.